Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, our voice of radio. So now we're in a really fun position, because Pokemon Card 151, as it is known in Japan, is out now. Those cards are out, they're available, they're not easy to find, but they are out there. And Scarlet and Violet 151, what the set is going to be called over here, has been revealed. We know it's coming, we've got a bunch of information about it, and it's lovely. And we know that it is going to be, not exactly, but largely the same as the Japanese set. So now we need to go and take a look at which of the cards over in Japan are currently the most expensive, the most valuable, commanding the highest price. Phrase it how you will, ladies and gentlemen. We need to go and have a little bit of a gander. Although there are a couple on this list that won't actually be relevant for us when the set comes out over here, I'll explain them as we get there. So in at number 10, we've got ourselves a special illustration rare of Blastoise, or special artwork rare it's officially called in Japan. And, I mean, look, there's a few things going on here. Firstly, it's Mitsuhiro Arita artwork, and it's absolutely stunning. In fact, just quickly, take a look at the whole evolution line here, would ya? From Squirtle splashing around in the water to Wartortle, you know, starting to go under the water, but still with the sunlight coming down, and then Blastoise going into the depths. It's absolutely stunning. And, of course, Blastoise is a first partner Pokemon, and, in my opinion, the best. Most people's opinion, second best. And it's actually quite playable. The ability says it takes 30 less damage from attacks. The attack for 2 energy lets you discard 2 water energy from your hand and do 140 for each one discarded. It's not really playability that's going to push these cards up. But when you got this wonderful artwork combined with Blastoise and the special illustration rares having low pull rates, that's where we go. I should say this is 9,200 yen. That's roughly what we're looking at here. I'm rounding a little bit, but this is generally what we're tending to see. And you're talking pretty much bang on $65 or about £50. It's cool. It's not that expensive for a card that makes the top 10, but you're going to have to pay a little bit, I'm afraid. In at number 9, and very close, we've got the special illustration rare Giovanni's Charisma, coming in at about 9,500 yen. So 9,500 yen, and I did say this was similar, right? I warned you. We're looking at about $67 or around about £52. And this is just beautiful. I mean, Giovanni's Charisma as a card is quite nice. It lets you get rid of an energy on your opponent's active Pokemon to attach an energy to your active Pokemon, which is not bad. But mostly here, I mean, look, it's Giovanni, very popular Gen 1 character, cuddled up with a Persian. I mean, this was always going to be a very popular card, and the special illustration rare supporters tend to be. There's 2 of them, and this is the latter of the 2, and it still comes in at number 9. In at number 8, we've got the gold version of Mew EX. This is not the last time we're going to see Mew on this list. And Gold Mew EX comes in at around about 15,000 yen. So you'll notice there is a fairly sizable jump between the first 2 and this one. And 15,000 yen, you're talking about $105 or about £83. Still not horrendous for a card that's number 8 on the list, but we are starting to get up there. And it's a gold card, so the pull rates are low. It's Mew, and look, Mew's on the front of the pack. Mew is very clearly the poster child for the set. Mew is, you know, the mythical Pokemon from Gen 1. Mew's a pretty big deal, alright? Mew is a pretty big deal. And it's actually a really, really cool card as well, because it lets you draw until you've got 3 cards in your hand as the ability. It's got free retreat, and it's got, for free energy, you can copy an attack on your opponent's active Pokemon. And you don't need the correct energy to use this. The rule has always been, if you need the correct energy, it will say. Because it doesn't say, it means you don't need the correct energy. And you can go on with your life. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, you can just move on with your life. In at number 7, we got the special illustration rare of Zapdos. Now, this one is quite close. It's coming in at 17,000 yen. So, you're talking somewhere in the region of 100... In fact, as it stands at the moment, $119.99. Let's round it up to 120, shall we? And £94. And this is just a stunning card. Now, you'll notice, and this is something we did suggest might be the case, we've actually not got special illustration rares or illustration rares of the other birds. It is just Zapdos. Moltres and Articuno don't get their own, but obviously they are all present on Zapdos, which is why we thought it might just be Zapdos that gets one. And it's Zapdos, who, in my humble opinion, is the best of the Gen 1 birds. That's my theory. And I did find an old, 1990 Zapdos model digging out of my studio yesterday. So that was kind of cool. I'll try and remember to tweet a picture of it over on Twitter at the Wassy. That'd be a fun thing to do. But yeah, check that out. But also, it's actually a really playable card as well. The ability says it's got free retreat if it's got any lightning energy attached to it. And then for free energy, you do 120 plus 90 to a damaged bench Pokemon. I'm not saying this is going to break Miraidon wide open or is going to be the final piece of Miraidon decks to make them amazing. But I absolutely am saying that if you're playing Miraidon decks, you need one of these in there, surely. Partly it's a good attack, and partly Miraidon and most lightning Pokemon are weak to fighting. This is resistant to fighting. That could be a pretty big deal. Yeah, people like this card. I like this card. Now, in at number 6, it's the Master Ball Pikachu, which is coming in at around about 20,000 yen. So you're talking about $140 or around about £110. Now, this is one of the ones that isn't going to exist when the set comes out over here, almost certainly. We can't say that for absolute certain, but almost certain. And the deal is that there are reverse holos in the Japanese set, as there tend to be in special sets. They're regular Pokeball reverse holos. But in every box, you get one Master Ball reverse holo. For anyone wondering, there are 153 possible cards that could come with a Master Ball reverse holo. And given that they're then one per box, that basically means that this Pikachu is going to come out roughly one in every 153 boxes. So are the rest of them that are not worth anywhere near as much, except one that we'll get to in a minute. But I do think it's worth pointing out, this is Pikachu. So yeah. And that's literally it. People love Pikachu. These Master Ball reverse holos are one per box. And everybody wants the Pikachu. So this has pushed it up to 20,000 yen. I don't expect to get the reverse holos in the English set, because we've had them in a bunch of Japanese sets and they've never come over. And that means we're not going to get the Master Ball ones. This is a very Japanese set kind of thing. And yeah, if you do open a box and I've got at least one on order because they are doing a made to order, cross your fingers for the Pikachu. Now, in at number 5 at the same price, we've got the special illustration rare Charizard. I've had a look round. Generally speaking, Charizard tends to be a tiny bit more expensive, but these could easily flip-flop in the future. Now, once again, we've got the amazing artwork just like we saw with the Blastoise, where essentially Charizard's growing up. You've got Charmander at the bottom, and then you've got Charmeleon who's climbing up, and then you've got Charizard who's flying around at the top having a wonderful old time. It's lovely. Phenomenal artwork, and it's Charizard. And a lot of the time when it comes to Charizard cards, this is the explanation. It's Charizard. And people are going to pay extra for Charizard. There is a Charizard tax. The card as a whole is actually pretty cool. Single energy, 60 damage, but if this Pokemon has any damage counters on, it does 160. For 1 energy, that's pretty good. And then for 4 energy, it does 330, and you discard 3 energy from it. It's actually a really good Charizard. It's just a stage 2, which makes it a little bit awkward. But also, it's Charizard. So yeah, this seems pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. This seems pretty good. In at number 4, we've got Erika's Invitation, the Master Ball Rare. There are 2 Master Ball Rares that are significantly above the rest of them. One of them is the previously mentioned Pikachu, and the other one here is Erika. I got these images from Mercari, the Japanese site. And it's Erika's Invitation. And basically, the Japanese collector base has decided that for Pokemon card 151, it's Erika's Invitation. This is the card. Now, this is a 30,000 yen card. That makes it 50% more expensive than the Pikachu. So you're talking about $210 or about £165. This is for the Master Ball Rare. Now, you've only got a 1 in 153 chance to get it from your box, but cross your fingers you do, because it's going to pay for your box many times over. Like 4 times over, which is rather lovely. Now, Erica's Invitation is a pretty cool card. It lets you look at your opponent's hand, find a basic Pokemon, bench it, and then switch it with their active. It basically lets you attack a Pokemon that's in their hand, just so long as they've got a bench space. If they don't have a bench space, you can't bench it, obviously. It's a cool card, but really, the Pokemon fan base as a whole has just gone, look, we like Erica. Erica's cool. Erica's one of our favourite Gen 1 gym leaders. So yeah, we are going to pump this card up. Maybe if there was a Misty card in the set, Misty would replace Erica. We don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's a moot point. Now, in at number 3, the only card in the top 4 that's not an Erica's card, and that is the Mew. The special illustration rare of Mew, which is currently coming in at about 33,000 yen. So you're talking about $235 or around about £180 to the nearest 5. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That is quite a lot. But it's a Mew. Now, I've already talked about the fact that everybody loves Mew and Mew is the poster child for the set. I've already talked about the fact that this is a very good playable card, and this is just the coolest, rarest version of Mew. It is worth noting that this is going to be in the Ultra Premium Collection when it releases over here. Now, I do need to say, just to be clear, that is not confirmed. However, it is confirmed that we're getting a fancy Mew EX promo in the box, and it's confirmed that one of the 8 special illustration rares from the set is being removed for the English set. There's only 7. So maybe the Mew is in the set and another one's being removed and there's another random Mew promo that's going in here. I suppose that's all technically possible, but let's face it, this Mew is coming in the Ultra Premium Collection. One of the many reasons that product is going to be awesome. Although I haven't seen the Metal Mew and I really want to see the Metal Mew. Never mind, there's a Metal Mew in the box. Anyway, that's number 3. In at number 2, we got the full art of Erica's Invitation, which is coming in at 45,000 yen. Everything I've said about Erica so far still rings true. This is just a full art version of it, which is a cooler version apparently than the Master Ball Rare. It's coming in at about $320 or about £250, which is quite a lot, but it's Erica. And there's your explanation. It's a very cool card, people like Erica, and this comes in at number 2. Which means by now you've probably figured out by process of elimination that number 1 is also Erica. More expensive than the Master Ball Rare, more expensive than the full art. We've got the special illustration rare, which is coming in at a whopping 75,000 yen, which is a very large jump from the 45,000 yen we saw from the full art. This is $530, this is £415, which, to be fair, is still cheaper than it was when I showed you the other day. When I showed you the other day, it was 118,000 yen, so at least it's come down from that to 75, which is lovely, but make no mistake about it, 75,000 yen is still very, very expensive. But it's Erica. And people have decided that Erica is the card in the set. The top 4 is literally Erica, Erica, Mew, Erica. The top 4 has 3 Ericas in. Cool. Apparently, when you open your box, hope for Erica. Expect this to be pretty much the same when the set comes out over here. Obviously, when it shouldn't be getting the Master Ball Rares and the Mew is going to be in the Ultra Premium Collection. But other than that, expect it to be basically the same over here. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know your opinions. I want to know anything you want to tell me in the comment section. And I do want to know what your chase card is. So go nuts in the comment section, would you? But be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely SWTV, who is one of our newer supporters and seems to be a very lovely person indeed. So thank you very much for the support and for the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.